Welcome to Underqualified Thoughts, where two brothers-in-law have conversations stemming from their daily lives. Expect authentic, relationship-building discussions that time capsule the early years of these podcasters' families, careers, and pastimes.
Welcome to Underqualified Thoughts. My name is Andy, and your name is?
Caleb, of course.
Oh, of course, yes. No guest host, no interviewee today. Doesn't this feel so much more freeing, Caleb?
Yeah, we're back in our normal element.
Not only are we not recording over Zoom, so there's no 40-minute time limit, we don't have a single note, not a single thing written down on what we are going to talk about today. However, that's because in the last two episodes, and what we talked about at the end of season 1, is that we are trying to become more structured, have a more consistent flow and rhythm to each episode. And because of that, I don't know about you, I guess you can answer this question. Have you found it difficult to come up with topics to talk about on the podcast?
I personally wouldn't say it's been hard to, but that's just because I enjoy
Structure.
the structure and thinking of creative ideas.
Yeah, I do enjoy it, but I specifically have enjoyed just the storytelling aspect of it. So the fact that we've had to build an episode has been a little more difficult to me, like finding a topic that I'm interested in talking about for long enough and I also think is entertaining. But this week, it wrote itself. This is the good old days. We have a story that you are going to want to listen to from start to finish. Not only is that a marketing plug or a retention plug to get you to listen the whole way through, but Caleb has gone on a saga that many men have gone on for many generations. It's man versus beast. It's protecting your home. This is going to be a good one. So Caleb, why don't you let the people know, now that you're done squinting at me and shaking your head at me, what man versus beast dilemma that you have had. What was it, just this past week? Basically, I need a background story.
Yeah, honestly, there's too many pieces of this, and at this point, we've been through several cars, we've been through several, shots fired. I mean, we've really developed a headline story there.
By the way, been through several cars does not mean that you have gotten new cars.
We've been through them.
All right. Well, we'll have you expound on that later, because what we're going to talk about today is something that basically dominated our extended family group chat this week. So as it was happening, I was like, the podcast wrote itself. So with no further ado, Caleb, give me, as well as the 1, 2, 3 people listening, some context.
2 years ago.
No way.
No, actually.
Oh, wow.
All right. 2 years ago, I noticed a odor coming through from my AC in my car. Okay.
I think I remember this.
Yeah. It happened twice. Spring and fall, something like that. It was like 6 months apart. There was some odors floating from my car, and I just thought that could be a mouse. It was the second time it happened that I finally got fed up, and I thought to myself, what's going on? Let me at least try to look and see what in my car is doing this.
So wait, you did nothing the first time?
No, I just let it be.
It just went away?
I just went away. I don't know how, but it did. So I took out my AC compressor and fan, and it's one of those moments where when you're upside down looking at what could fall down on you, that I don't know, you just consider life more carefully. So when I did pull the AC compressor and fan out, a mouse also came out. A dead mouse.
That was inside your beloved, what year?
2001 Camry.
2001 Camry. I definitely thought it was a 90s car. But either way, 2 decades.
So that was that. Okay. And I put everything back, and the smell went away. I kept living life. I will say I thought there were squirrels burying nuts in the it's like a piece of cloth fabric thing that goes on the inside of the hood. It's like an engine sound dampener or something. I really don't know what it is. Anyway, so I took that out as well, and a bunch of acorns came flying. And since then, I haven't had any problems with my car and any rodents or anything.
So it was both a squirrel infestation or a mouse infestation and a squirrel whatever little stowaway.
I hypothesized it was a squirrel, but honestly, I think we know better.
You're telling me you think the mouse took acorns and put them in your car? Do mouse
Yes.
eat acorns? Or do mice eat acorns?
I don't know, but I'll follow up with the next piece of the story here shortly.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah. So, in between that time and the incident with McCamey, I had been noticing a little bit of scurrying feet up in the attic. Okay, just not very often, once every month,
Is
like
this
just random.
the joys of home ownership? You're just sitting at home, reading a book, watching TV, doing something, and you just hear the
little feet. So then McCamey started noticing a couple oddities in her car: shredded up pieces of paper, acorns again, sitting in the little like left side driver door kind of little pocket that's there for phones or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say cup holder, but I was like, no, that'd be too funny. But that's crazy. Like actually
acorns,
like
4 or 5 of them,
like in the door of her car.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
I did hear it. By the way, for everyone listening, there's just a sound that came from the ceiling, and Caleb whipped his head and pointed right at it. So maybe they hear us talking.
Guys, it's real.
All publicity is good publicity. Mice, don't worry.
Yeah. Okay, so I began setting traps. I think we had a sticky trap. We got one mouse. This was like 3 months ago.
Okay.
So
this has been going on much longer because the text thread just blew up this week about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We set a real trap, just old school metal wood trap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know I'm speechless. And I'm telling you, whenever I was setting this trap, I was very careful because several times it went off whenever I was setting it because it was just so sensitive.
Did it get you?
No, I was like kind of holding it careful because it's very strong. It's also very.
Did that just make you jump every single time it went off while you were holding it?
Yeah. Even when I was walking out with it and placing it in the car, the mouse ate the peanut butter straight off of it. It didn't go off. It literally didn't go off.
Do you think it went off, or it was still?
It was still set.
Oh wow!
And the peanut butter was gone. So, and I just thought, wow, this is really bad. I was like, maybe it's some other rodent that's just smarter because squirrels are pretty smart.
One squirrel sits on the trap so it can't go. The other one eats it.
So this was like maybe 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. We got a cage trap, a live trap.
Mm-hmm.
So
how does that work? I saw that it's like you said it's the size of a shoebox.
Yeah, about the size of a shoebox. It just has a door on it that if the mouse goes in and steps on the little piece of metal that has stuff on it, it just swings the door shut.
Mm-hmm.
And then you carry the trap out and you kill the mouse or whatever. We're getting to that. But while I was at it, I also had a bucket with a little ramp that had a bunch of food in the bucket.
Like what kind of size bucket?
5-gallon bucket.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta paint a picture,
Yeah. So
what was your ramp?
Just a piece of wood.
Okay.
Yeah. So the story is that every day this week we've caught mice, and
so what are you like 7 mice in right now?
We're 7-ish mice in. And
then what's the main way? Are you catching them through the?
We've caught 2 or 3 through the bucket. We've caught 4 or 5 through the little cage. I mean, it's predictable at this point. Like I can leave that cage anywhere, and there's a mouse in it by the next 4. Honestly, when we get home from our get together tonight, I'm fairly confident there'll be a mouse in there. Yep.
All right. This is some good background. Let's get to the juicy soccer part.
So there's obviously several components here. Number 1, the first exposure to feared mice really is the fact that the mice can jump out of the bucket. Okay.
Which I was laughed at when I suggested in the family group chat that mice could jump out of a bucket, I will say.
Yeah. I was standing there gloating. I literally took a picture of it. I shared it with the people earlier this week. As soon as I took the picture, and what I've been doing is I've been just shooting them with my BB gun. Because how else do you want me to kill them? it's a live mouse. There's not really any convenient ways to kill a mouse.
Other than a trap that would have killed him.
Or a trap that actually kills them, yeah. So I just shoot them. But this one, and I had the gun ready, I was pointing it into the bucket, it just jumped straight out. Like literally, and I'm screaming. It's like 5:30 in the morning. Because for whatever reason, when you're like asleep and you're dealing with something like that.
Is this like your normal shriek scream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shriek.
Good stuff.
Because you're just not ready for that. I didn't think it could jump that high.
Hey, my comment was that if you put food in the bucket, that's going to be calories, therefore is turned into energy, which that mouse is going to use to jump out of the bucket.
We hope that
it did happen.
Anyway, the thing jumped, and that's the one mouse that got away.
Well, you don't know that.
Ooh, you're right.
He got away for the day.
He got away from that moment.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe the mouse invited friends and they all jumped out at some point. The other ones, two or three of them have been shot. And the juicy part about this is, ironically, so I don't have time to deal with this in the morning. I mean, it's kind of messy. It's kind of you have to shoot them and then throw them away. Like,
you need to block out an hour and a half to be posting and commenting on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
you don't really have time for that.
So I normally just pull them out of the car with the cage and leave the cage out in the backyard somewhere, and then I take care of it when I get home. It's gotten a little cold. The past 2 or 3 mice have been frozen.
You are petrifying mice.
Yep.
Preserving them.
I mean, I don't know how they live on a normal basis. They go find warm places or whatever.
Yeah, they go. I wouldn't suspect they go underground, but it's probably why you hear them in the roof because you're heating your house and
they're enjoying it.
Yeah.
But it's gotten cold, and those little things are just getting frozen. I can't even shoot them. So all of this to say, I've decided that authorization should be given to get a cat.
Whoa! First off, what do you mean authorization should be given?
I believe that any animal that I own will have a fundamental purpose.
And we will point out that this is a big deal to all those listeners who are either joining us and haven't listened to the first season. I suggested that we both dislike cats, but we like dogs more, and you turned your nose up at me. You're like, speak for yourself.
Yeah.
You're by no means a pet person of any genre, any breed, or any species.
I ordinarily wouldn't even classify cats being better than dogs. Ordinarily. I would just say they're all bad. They're just not. Sorry, they're not my favorite.
Oh, look at you. You're growing as a person.
Yeah.
What a way to frame that.
Anyway, it has a purpose now.
Also, just to translate, you saying they're not your favorite, you would say that for every single animal that you could own as a pet.
Yeah. I can't think of any pets that just bring this awe-inspiring sense of joy and wonder. Yeah.
You got nothing.
No. I mean, fish? No. Cat, dog? No. Bird? No.
Turtle?
No.
But what about a bird that can talk to you like a parrot?
No.
What about snake?
No.
Can't think of a single. But what if you were just one of those crazy people who had like a tiger or like a cat, like one of those big game cats?
Like extraordinary. I get that a little more actually. Like I get if you have a big tiger because they're cool.
You're having some serial killer traits now.
No, I
really First you want to pull on a shotgun on a mouse, and now you want to have
What's ironic is
a tiger or a lion for a pet.
2 weeks ago, I was sharing a story with my friends about how I was driving down a road and there was a cat that ran out in front of me and became with me, and I kind of jokingly steered into the cat, just thinking, "Oh, I'm not going to hit it because it's just going to stop and run away." Because cats are kind of smart, and it ran straight into my tire.
Hold on. No. You don't get to say that you steered towards the cat and the cat ran into your tire. That's what driving over a cat. That's a definition. Oh, man, that's bad.
All I know is I did feel bad. I was like, oh, poor thing. And I looked at McKim and was like, sorry, I wasn't actually trying to hit the cat. I was just joking.
How'd that go over?
I do steer into squirrels. I intentionally aim for those. in the day that I accidentally hit a dog, like that'll be bad, or because I'm not going to try to steer into a dog.
Well, that means you clearly have favorites.
You know,
semantics.
Yeah, no, I don't. I just know that it'll cause more problems for my car. A cat and a dog are,
different bone structure, different size,
smaller. Anyway, so McKamey, my wife, is going to go get a cat at some point in the next day or two. She got a $5 cat crate from Goodwill. Nice, saved money. The cat we're getting is actually already all paid for. Like,
wait, what?
It's a free cat.
This is a new development. I knew that y'all were gonna just try and find like some free cat.
We're getting one tomorrow at 1. Yeah.
Wow.
Free cat. Get this, free cat. It's already been spayed. It already has its shots. It's plug and play.
Why is it free then?
I don't know.
Like, I feel like when you get a free cat, it's like, oh, my cat had a litter of 10. These are brand new babies. Here's a cat. Like,
apparently it's like Brittany knows someone that has like cats. Like
a cat lady?
Like a ton of cats. Yeah. And she heard the problem and was like, as long as my cat's kind of taken care of and loved. And McKamey was like, yeah, I'll love it. And Miriam will love it. I just, we haven't even named this cat.
Is it an outdoor cat?
Yeah. We'll have just this cat, just like the cats at the Harrisons. I mean, they roam free and they eat things. And honestly, I did ask McKamey, do we have to feed it? Apparently we do. I just thought, if the cat's hungry enough, it'll go find the mouse and eat, and that'll be its food. But apparently that's not the play.
Well, it's probably not enough.
I don't know. It's a cat. It's tiny.
Well, no, a cat's varying size.
Yeah.
No, okay. No, if you get a cat like the Harrison's cat, which is our in-laws, that's like next level. Like, I've heard stories about it, and I don't know if I've actually seen it yet, but obviously this cat goes on the hunt and on the prowl and like takes out mice, takes out squirrels, I don't think it's gotten anything bigger than that, but these cats, they see it as like a badge of honor too. They truly see that they're protecting the house, because this I have seen in person. You go over to their house and there'll be a dead mouse on the porch or by the door of the garage. Like, they're presenting their kill to their master. Like, are you proud of me?
It's cool, a little weird.
It is wild. But the part that I've heard about, but I haven't seen, is that the girl cat will torment or play with her prey. Like, she'll scratch, claw, hit a mouse, hit a bird, hit a squirrel, whatever. And instead of just killing it right there, she'll let the thing start to get away and then pounce on it again. And then let the thing crawl away and get away and then pounce on it again and then finally kill it. I've always joked that the cats are Satan's pet, and hearing that story, I was like, yeah, I believe that, because that confirms what I already believe. I don't know if it's accurate.
I've never heard about that. That's
Kaylin's told me a few stories about that cat just playing with its prey, and it is next level, man.
I just want the mice gone. And if they're in the attic too, I'm gonna have to start actually setting a trap up there. I told McKamey, we're gonna have to buy a couple more of those traps, because
I'm waiting for you to say we're just gonna have to buy a new house.
Yeah. Yeah, don't tell the owners. No, I think the mice problem will go away pretty quick once the cat kind of grows up and moves around and whatnot. We'll keep setting the traps.
Basically, until the traps are empty.
Yeah, so this is the problem.
Until the nets are full, until the traps are empty.
I left the trap I just left it outside of her car the other day. Literally just out in the...
by her tire or something?
Yeah, by her tire, just out in the back. We have her car outside right now because we don't know if the house is infested. We don't know if the car is infested. But this mouse, it was caught outside of it literally got caught in the trap outside of the car in the middle of nowhere.
Got distracted on its way.
Yeah. I don't get it. So here we are.
Is this so when I pitched this idea to you, it was under the broader theme of the joys of home ownership. Mm-hmm. Is this the most chaotic thing you've had to deal with since coming here and living in this house?
I think it's the most annoying thing. some of the like remodel stuff we've done has been kind of chaotic, just because I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, if you don't know what you're doing, then I have no clue. Like, I'm so much lower than that. As far as I have no clue what I'm doing.
I don't know. I mean, like, actually, this ceiling over here had been, like, what is that word? Leaking before. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, just water was falling in. And I was like, I guess there's a hole. So me and Ben went up on the roof and fixed it. But those are like the surprising things that you run into. There's the things that you plan for and know that there's going to be problems. You know, part of this is a good transition is we've remodeled the kitchen. We've remodeled.
Are you all done with the remodel in the kitchen?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there's not. I have to slap some handles on and things, and that's just because I've been not
killing mice
on
instead.
It. Yeah. It's not something I care about every day. So it's anyway. And then we redid our master bedroom in a small way. I mean, we rewalled in a door, and there's things we want to do there. But now we're kind of mounting for the next thing, which is fixing up the master bathroom. And that'll be by and large just the most expensive financial and mental and physical problem I've had in a while.
So how much was it to outsource and like have someone contract it?
It would have been 18 to 19,000.
That was a good impersonation of your whistle, by the way.
Well, yeah, it's solid. And obviously, like that's just a ton of money for a.
Oh yeah.
It's a small bathroom. It's not huge. And so I was shocked that it was so expensive, and now we're doing it for a third of that. So,
but it's a third of the money, but you're doing it. So it's all of your time and all of your labor and all of your blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. I mean, house ownership, mice problem. Some people made a joke. They were like, well, some people. Oops. They were making fun of me for killing a bunch of snakes this past year. Because now I have this mice problem. But unlike these people, I don't just let these snakes live free in my garage.
You want to just say it to their face?
I told them earlier today.
So they're saying that the reason you have a mice problem is because you kill all the snakes?
Yeah, there's these black snakes that run around here that, they're not harmful to humans or whatever. Like they're super skittish, but they do take care of mice and rodents and whatnot. But honestly, like, I don't like snakes. The snakes are terrible.
Have you seen Indiana Jones?
Yes.
So like that kind of vibe?
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, do you like, who exactly likes snakes?
That's funny that I suggested snakes as a pet. I didn't know that you didn't like them. We had friends in Charlotte. He had a pet snake. I think she also did. They got married and they both had pet snakes.
See, those things are slippery creatures.
Some of them are.
Those things are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to pretend like I love snakes, but I held their snake and it was cool. Like,
they don't bother you.
I mean, obviously the venomous ones would bother me. Like if I didn't, one time I was walking through a neighborhood near where we lived, like near the apartment complex that we lived in before the one we're currently in. I was just walking through the neighborhood, and while I was walking, like I had my earbuds in and was just going. All of a sudden, like I almost like just stepped on a snake. Like I was walking on the pavement of the road, so it was like a black snake right on the black pavement. And I don't know, like literally, I like was about to put my foot down on it or something, and then I just like, I moved my foot last minute, and the snake like darted the other way, thankfully. And so I was like, close call.
So would you murder a snake if it's in your backyard?
If it's in my backyard
and it's like always there,
I don't know, because that's the thing. Like, that whole I shared that story because I was like startled by that snake, but I'm not like bothered by the snake. I don't know. I would consider it. I would definitely ask people just to wonder, like, if this snake's in my backyard, is there the likelihood that the snake like comes up through the toilet or like is in the attic or whatever. But if the snake was like just going to chill in my backyard and stay in my backyard, then I suppose I'd be content with it. Because, well, at the time, like Lily's not running around the backyard right now and we don't have any pets. But obviously if the snake poses a threat to anyone in the family.
I guess that's the question. Do you feel like a non-venomous snake poses a threat to you? One time I stepped over our threshold and there was a snake there. And I just immediately shot it. I mean, like, it's gone.
I mean, you're like done.
I don't feel bothered to kill something that scares me. Like that's just if I don't like something, it's gone. And if it's venomous, there's a couple snakes in my like shed over there that I had to dismember because they were just those things. I'm fairly confident they were venomous. I'm not here for that.
The joys of home ownership.
That's right.
Well, that's the thing. You basically are learning that you have like there's like an ecology outside of your house, and so like you can put a house there, but all this stuff is still going to go around it. You know, whether it be termites, whether it be squirrels, whether it be rats, bats, anything else.
We've had the termites too. Yeah.
Oh, the termites.
Yeah, that was a $1,000 issue.
I mean, it could be worse, right?
I guess you could pay for the whole thing. Issues in your house after. I mean, like we caught them early.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you hear the nightmare stories of termites that are just like ruin a house, like gut it from the inside out. But yeah, and it's very interesting that you get to see like you're of the mindset that like if it scares me, it's out of here, and without really thinking about the consequences. And now you have you have a mouse problem, and you just go, oh, wait a minute. The things that scared me were serving a purpose. What have I done? Yeah. So you could just buy a snake. You don't have to get a cat if you don't want to.
Oh.
Just buy
I'm going to get a cat, not a snake.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
Well, I would even suggest that.
Yeah. I mean, come on. And the cat kind of, I mean, McCamey and Miriam will like it. I mean.
Getting soft in your old age, willing to get a cat that you
I'm not saying that that's a good excuse for Miriam to come to me in 10 years and be like, so Dad, on that podcast you said that I could
Miriam,
make you happy because I'm happy. Maybe can you buy me a dog so that I'm happy and you'll be happy?
Miriam, come back to this episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll send it to her for her 10th birthday. Be like, you're right for her 10th birthday. Be like, look, Miriam, you can get whatever you want for your birthday.
Yeah. Season 2, episode 3. I'll probably title this like
Miriam's birthday gift.
Miriam's birthday gift.
No, that'd be the most misleading title ever.
That's actually what I titled my. So I told my family about the gun that I bought yesterday, and that was the caption at the bottom. I said, "A gift from Miriam. I think she'll love it," or something.
Okay.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny. Anyway, here we are.
How do you feel like you've fully decompressed from this man versus beast? Protect the home, protect the land saga.
Honestly, I'm going to go out and check the car before we leave and see. Because we've been driving my car around the town because we just want to try to... it's just like Noah and the flood. He lets out the raven comes back. He lets out raven first. And then the raven comes back. And then he sends the dove out because the dove is more of a walking type of creature. It flies, but it walks. But it doesn't come back. And then it brings back the olive branch, and then it never comes back again. My hope is that the more I set this trap, someday there'll just be no mice in that trap.
How does it have to do anything with Noah?
Because someday there's just going to be no... because that's what they were hopeful that they could go out and walk around and do their thing.
Correct.
And the animals...
But those birds were alive. You're hoping the mice are dead.
It's, a little opposite. But, I mean, the point is...
It's like the anti-type.
There were just no more. So...
Instead of there being no more water, there's no more mice.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. What a time to be alive.
Well, we're running up on the 30-minute mark.
Look at you. Even when you're not leading the episode, you are on the time. You are a time. Scrooge isn't the right word, but...
I'm not, just think about Momo. Happy birthday, by the way.
Is her birthday today? Or are we celebrating it today?
We're celebrating.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was like, what?
We've had several podcasts run up on the get-togethers, celebrations, things like that.
Oh, I thought you were suggesting that she actually listens to this, and I was like, no way. But you're just suggesting that the longer that we go...
If we mentioned it, she probably would.
Yeah.
You don't think she would?
No, I think she would, but I think she would have opinions about what we say.
Like everyone does.
Well, yeah. But she would say them.
Deal with it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whether or not people share it with us, Well. Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening to this episode of Underqualified Thoughts. In the next episode, we're probably going to venture into Andy's world a little bit. Prepare yourselves.
Yeah, I don't have any sagas like you got going on.
No, you don't have any sagas, but you definitely have some stuff we need to talk about.
All right. This is going to be fun for me. I have no clue what you're leading towards.
That's right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.